Hello and welcome back to the DAC campaign for Ered Luin. And in the last episode we were about to attack the town of Garth Helagoth, which is defended by some pretty elite level sellswords, as well as some lumbermen, 3 units of bandits and some woodland hunters. Now, since the last episode, a few people that are a little bit better I think at this game than me, that's for sure, have told me to maybe just take it a bit slower. So, I'm going to pull back from this battle. Purely because I did think to myself, do I necessarily need to fight this, considering that I am making good money? Because in foreign tools, I can get some more units, and I think my mines just finished. Indeed they did. So, why don't we get the Builder's Hall? In fact, I'm just going to turn up the volume a little bit. There we go, that's better. Have we got the Builder's Hall, the Stoneworker's Hall? Let's get that nice and early. Let's get one here as well. Then in Verhangerfall, oh, I'm going to struggle with the pronunciation of that for the whole campaign. Please, no one shoot me. Let's get another unit of pikemen, and then let's move Nar back a little bit and get him to build a tower, because that still gives us sight range. I do apologise because I've still got a bit of the cold going on, so I think, you know, I can only apologise for that. And what I can do is I can move up you guys, and we can build up a little army that'll be a surefire win rather than just maybe a possible win. So, I feel like there's a town somewhere around here. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure there is. Let's end the turn. And we're on a turn end. But yeah, I'm starting to finally feel a little bit better after the cold that I've had for the last week and a half. I tried to upload a little bit still, but you know, it was either don't upload and upload stuff of like lower quality, or you know, so I went for the option of not uploading just because I felt like it was a better idea. But anyway, we just got ourselves some trade rights, which is going to get us a lot more money. Let's just make sure there's no other towns. I don't think there is. So we've got Garth Helagoth there, and then Barketta's somewhere around here. Let's move up in that direction. And we can move Gore up to meet up with our other generals. We've got some militia with free upkeep in. And in Verhangerfall, I'm going to grab... Oh, I can't grab anything. Really. What's the best production building, I guess, maybe? Pig farm for... Yeah, let's get the pig farm, it's less than 1,000. And then let's get a Firebeard warrior as well for a little bit of flanking firepower. And you know what? I'm just going to delete... Well, they have got a chevron. We'll end the turn and keep them. I think the issue with this campaign is that I am so used to playing the sort of really aggressive way of playing this game, where you just expand out really quickly, that I'm just not... I'm not used to having a little bit more time, I guess. So, yeah, maybe I need to be a little bit more... You know what? I'll take that bit of cavalry, because we can't get any cavalry, really. And it's worth getting just a little bit. So... Get a grain exchange there, mines... Pipe hall, and a master stoneworkers hall. Let's get the grain exchange. What about Ered Luin? Nope, you can't get anything. Okay, so Gor's now got himself a very decent force of troops with which to continue moving northwards. And let's end the turn here. Right, we found a Northern Dunedain, so I'm going to arrange a trade agreement with them next turn. But I just bought a new pair of headphones today, a pair of Bob Marley's, wireless ones, so... I can't justify spending like 150 quid for a pair of AirPods. Just seems ridiculous. I don't honestly understand how that works money-wise. Like, why are they so expensive? It's just a pair of wireless headphones. I don't think Apple are doing anything sort of remarkably different to what anyone else would be doing. Right, so now we've got the forces to absolutely wreck Garth Elegoth. Hopefully they'll come out and attack us. But if not, I won't be that disappointed. We've got 844 with which to play around with. And in fact, I'm going to get the Stonewall Workers Hall there in Ered Luin and save my money for a turn. Right, let's end the turn again. Lots of turn ends. We're already 10 turns in. Oh. If this was a Harad campaign, I would be doing one turn an episode. But I've got to give a really big thank you to everyone that's watching these series. I reached my 96th subscriber the other day. Or I think that was today, actually. And that's also... I'm nearing 100. So, reaching 100... at this time of the sort of... I mean, this new channel has only been running since the 3rd of March and I've nearly got 100 subscribers. Which is really quick, considering how difficult it is to get a footprint on YouTube nowadays. So, it's a massive testament and a massive thank you to everyone that likes watching my videos. I'm glad I create stuff that people actually want to watch. I didn't actually expect anyone to watch my videos when I first started, so... the fact that anyone is great. I'm overjoyed. So once again, thanks to everyone that's giving that a look. It is deeply appreciated. Right, so construction-wise, we've got stuff building in a lot of different places, and we can get some trade rights going with you. So let's get trade rights.
You hold us at ransom. Another proper's good day to you.
Right, that's good. Where next? How about... Going to be at war with Angmar soon. Let's head to the elves. See if they want to trade. We've got 2 turns till they surrender there, so we're going to do a little bit of attrition because it doesn't look like they're going to come out at us. We can bank a little bit of money again. Okay, that's really good. So, got the grain exchange going, and we're making a little bit more money for our troubles. Let's get a grain exchange maybe at Foreign Halls. Or we could save money for the Master Stoneworkers Hall. Let's just save a bit of money, because we've got one turn and then we're going to be dealing with that. Okay. Yeah, let's do one more turn end. That's the cough still going a little bit. And here we go. So, the filthy Northmen are coming to fight us. So, Clan Lord Gore outnumbers them. Isn't our best general, but it's neither here nor there. And fights Captain Kaminfor with just over 1,000 troops now. Mainly bringing sellswords, lumbermen, bandits, and woodland hunters. Now, the lumbermen are AP, so armor piercing. I need to be slightly careful with them because they'll halve the armor stat of anything they're up against. So, ideally, we want a low armor unit to fight them with. So, we'll have to have a think about that. But they have very low armor, so they'll fall like no one's business to arrows. Same with the bandits, but they're slightly more well-rounded. And then the sellswords are a very strong unit, but I've got some crossbows to deal with them. So, we outnumber them 3-1 from a standpoint of the power bar. So, let's fight this one. And it feels bad attacking units. I have an affinity for the Northman Bree guys. We could just be friends, guys. You could have just lay down your weapons and join us. Join our great crusade. Faramir wasn't in that battle, but I won't begrudge them that much for that. Oh, it's a very misty day. A foul voice is on the air. It's Saruman! That's the last over-the-top voice that will be in this episode. Right, so, crossbows. Archers in front. Crossbows behind. Or halberds behind, isn't it? Right, but in this case, we're going to put the halberds in front. And then I'm going to fold in our swordsmen on the flanks, along with this unit of Tehumzahar nobles. And I'm going to fold the Gafilgabol guard, and then we're going to move the cavalry round, and let's move the Firebeards round as well. Everyone go. And you know what, the cav could just go for it. Oh, fuck it. Go for it. Let's see what these cav do. Live up to the mighty Bree, you merchantmen. You're slow as shit, but go for it. That was literally the shittest charge. Oh god, they're so terrible. They're so bad. Just hilariously shit, aren't they? Oh, Merchant Militia. One unit that I have not missed in the slightest is Merchant Militia. They're so bad. So, oh god, they're chasing after them. No, go this way. Run away. You must be in position by now. Yeah, okay. Shoot the lumberman. In fairness, they only lost one, so, I mean, it could be worse, I guess. And you know what? We could... God, The Mist is so bad. Have you ever seen the movie The Mist? Great film. Both the remake and the original. The original has, like, pirates. Whereas the remake has, like, insect monster things from another dimension. which makes it really good. It's a really sort of B-movie almost, in its like level of like, I don't want to say, it's just one of those really strange films that just does it well. I'm a really big fan of a YouTube channel called Red Letter Media, and they do great video work, but they're a real laugh. So if you get a chance to give them a watch, I really do recommend it. Right, yeah, I'm expecting. There we go. That's really good. We should carve through the woodland hunters extremely quickly. And speaking of which, Travellers have managed to unload a lot of ammo so far. The broad beam marksmen have done the same. In fact, we just got sight of the sellswords, so they're probably the biggest threat. The militia, you can move up along with the Tahumsa. I'm not even going to pronounce that. I will learn the pronunciation eventually. Someone tell me in the comments why I'm an imbecile and I've not done it correctly. That's it. Turn your back.
Our men are winning the battle. If we continue like this, we will.
Well, so far they've lost 22% and we've lost nothing. So far so good. This was the minimum requirement. And they're down to 146. And in fact, let's pull out a little bit and put fire into this big blob. That was... I'd say that's a very disappointing charge. Move up. And let's move up you guys round. The visibility is terrible. And Gore, you can use your thingy dwarf power. Okay. And in fact, let's head you off with the Cthulhu Guard. Like so. And then let's use the Dwarven Travellers to keep up fire there. Let's use the broad beam units. Are you on the far flank? Yeah, you are. Okay, so let's use you there. And then let's use our faction air as a... Yeah. To keep up the fire. But you know what, I'm just going to keep them in place. Maybe move up the firebeards. Sort of odd, but hey, we'll go with it. Yeah, so we've got an option where
The enemy are badly bloodied. They have lost half their men.
oh, it looks like we managed to make them rout. That's good. We can move up the militia. Right, woodland hunters, go for them. And you know what? I'm going to take you guys off fire at will. In fact, you can shoot there. And, oh god, we're melting them with these crossbow fire. Keep going. I want to see them melt. Melt like a cornetto. Come on. Take him out. There we go. We can move the cav in. In you go. Come on. In. Take the gates. Yep, there we go. In you go. And I'm just going to take all of them off fire at will. And apparently we've sent him to hell. That's good. And we lost 5% and they've lost...
Our men are in control of the castle. My lord, we have lost control of the castle.
Oh god, we've absolutely massacred them. Well, it's a sad day to be a bandit.
Look how our cowardly foe runs. Be in awe of the victory we have
We
won
lost
here
56, they lost over, well, nearly 1,000. Managed to heal a few casualties as well. Now, the Broadbeam Marksman getting 194 kills is really good. So, I'm very impressed with that. One of my favourite images of Melkor and Ungoliant. Feeding on the great trees. Nice sword as well. Or staff. And
a most noble conquest.
there's only 24 people here. Like, we'll exterminate it. And that's got us a unit of Firebeard warriors. Nice.
Awaiting your command. Of course, sir. Yes, sir.
We've reached Weathertop. And we're heading towards Imladris.
Over, sire. I must stop here, sire.
Now here, I want to get a Master Stonework Hall. Or can I get that? Yeah, we want to get that at Foreign's Halls if I can get that there. So I'm going to get that there. And I've got a unit of Firebeard warriors, don't I?
Aye, sir.
Yeah, let's keep them moving. Let's go forwards.
We march no further today.
And let's just merge. Right, we can leave 57 of them there.
Marching now.
And go for a growth policy just to keep the happiness there. And let's get dirt paths.
My king. Aye, sir.
And we can get some more merchant cav. Why not? Let's... A little bit of cavalry really helps the dwarves.
Here, sir. Aye, noble sir.
Aha, and we found Fiernost. Now, Barketta
On my way.
is somewhere, I think, around here. I can't remember exactly where it is, but I think it's somewhere around here. But we can go for Fiernost, so let's go for that.
By your will, sire, we shall engage.
I'm still moving quite quickly, maybe quicker than I should. Let's end the turn. And don't worry, there will be a Dorwinian campaign on the way. I'm just getting a little bit into this one before I start doing that one. Onwards and upwards. So Moria has been plundered. Oh, we got 1,000 gold. That's nice. The queues have stalled.
Aye, noble son. Marching now. In your name, sire. We march to battle. Something to investigate.
Yes, so there's Boreodonac, which has been taken by the Dunedain. And Captain Twonkhead is on his way.
Honor, my lord.
We can keep on moving Captain Farlin up.
That'll do him today, sire.
Okay. Right, I think that's another end turn.
Aye, my liege.
It'll be interesting to see how much that Angmar throw at us. I don't think I've ever fought them this early. Like, even in the Bree campaign, I wasn't fighting them first. I was fighting the Dunlendings first. So, their low-tier infantry might be remarkably average. And we've got a request to talk to the goblins, so we will. Let's get trade rights.
Do not think I'll keep Aye, sire.
And that means we get some more units. 2 units, more units of militia. And I might as well bring them up because they were bought for free.
Aye, lord. Aye. Forward. We march no further. Aye. Onward. Honor, my lord. Marching now.
And there we go, we're at Fieranost, which is a fairly decent-ish garrison, nothing crazy. And you know what, I don't think they've got any ranged. So after a little bit of sieging, that should cause them major troubles.
They shall not see me, sire. Moving quietly.
Okay, so there's a junction there. It looks like they haven't quite pushed out yet. This might end up being a speedrun campaign, because if I kill Angmar in the first 50 turns, which I think that's feasible, then I probably won't push it much more. So, we've got a new family member.
My king. Aye. Forward. We march no further today. Aye, sire.
Okay.
Move out.
We're moving upwards and onwards. Right, 3 turns until they surrender there.
Something to investigate. On my way.
And, right, so they haven't taken Gobadrine yet.
At your service. They shall not see me, sire. Stopping here, sire.
Pardon me, I do apologise. Okay, so something's keeping them there. And we got 3 turns until they surrender there. Right. How are we looking? We're doing wellish for money. Here, we're 42% Dwarven. Is it better to get that, or is it better to get something in Penifin Loon? Maybe the pig farm? Yeah, let's get the pig farm.
My king.
And let's end another turn. And we've just made it to Imladris. Like that ambient wind effect. Okay,
What is it you wish to
let's get trade rights.
It's good to see you until we meet again.
Okay, we're friends with everyone at the moment. We're getting a little bit of gold for doing these small missions. I'm trying to think of where the best place to go next is, really. Maybe Gundabad? Possibly?
Aye, sire.
And we're not that far away from getting some more reinforcements.
Onward. That'll do 'em today, sire.
We've got 2 turns till they surrender there.
Something to investigate. On my way.
Right, so they've got Ansul. Okay, so it must be prioritising other places than
Continuing to
this independent village here. So they're 2 turns till they surrender there. Let's end the turn again. Ooh. 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 Love that. Crazy sound effects. So I think it was maybe World Mental Health Awareness Day or something today. There's something to do with mental health awareness in the UK going on today. And there was also something to do with homelessness on, I think, today.
Aye, sire.
So it's worth thinking about that as well at the moment. It's quite an important subject. I just thought I'd mention it because
Forward.
it's
March down.
pretty late on here. It's it's 20 to 11 in the evening when I'm playing this. And random things come into your head when you're at that sort of time of night. Got a grain exchange, but can I build anything else? For example, that we need. So I'm going to save money for that and fund it through our conquest of Furinost, which we will do momentarily, and our spy has nearly made it to their capital of Khandum, where we have Overlord Agendau, the Lieutenant of Lieutenant of Mordor, faction leader Legio 1 Khandum, who has Temple Guard, but not a lot else. Right, let's move back a little bit. Move back towards sort of where our border will be.
Aye, sire. Aye.
And did I get the trade? I did, didn't I? I think with you guys last turn.
Yes, sire.
Come on, let me through. I've got to go through the gap in the north to reach the Anduin. Frustratingly.
Aye, sire. Today's journey is over, sire.
Head that direction.
Stop here, sire.
Right, let's end the turn. I think I'll be racing to kill all the orcs. Like, the orcs of the Misty Mountains, Angmar, and... well, no, Angmar aren't an orc faction anymore, but you know what I mean. And the orcs of Gundabad. I think I'll take them out one by one. And aha! So we have Captain Anarian, who comes to attack us with some Rudar Housecarls, some Rudar Savages, some more Housecarls, some Pikemen, and some Hillmen, but no actual proper units. Garth Heligoth is unhappy. We'll sort that out, I think. Let's fight this one. Gandalf rallying defense of Minas Tirith. And let's take these guys off their ram duties. And we've got a much better day this day with which to keep an eye on the battle. So let's move up like so. Let's keep the pikemen in formation. Then let's use one unit of militia on this flank. And one unit of the Firebeard warriors on this flank. Then let's take the Tuhumzahar nobles and place them in the middle, actually, alongside our faction leader, who will also go on this flank. And then let's take one unit of Cav, position them like so, and then the other unit of Cav, position them like so. That was a beautiful rendition of the Rohan theme. That's a very pointy looking spire they've got there. It's interesting. Some of the design work, I mean, I assume this is like a Dunedain / Gondor inspired town. Probably should pay attention to what I'm doing. Let's take the cavalry and charge them in. And then let's charge them in there. Let's give them both big charges. Charge them head on! Oh, they're not expecting this. Okay, that was terrible. Wow, that was a pretty shockingly bad charge. But the one on the hillman would be... Come on, you've got to kill someone on the charge. Thank you. God, that was awful. Yeah, the cavalry are really bad. They're just so bad. I think everyone is firing, aren't they? Yeah, let's just pick some targets out. Because we specifically don't want many of them to reach our lines. Go, go, go! Didn't realise they weren't running. You know what? There is indeed enough for everybody. That dwarf gets it. He's like, there's enough for everyone. There's enough arrows for you all. Such cool dwarf models, like the ginger beards. I myself am rocking a dodgy beard at the moment. It's not my usual look. You know what? We'll take them into the hillman. And the cav's going to get out of the way. Those Rudhar housecarls are a bit of a problem, but if we flank, should, in principle, be able to nicely surround them, because I don't see them getting through the pikemen particularly quickly. Right, shoot the pikemen. Make the pikemen have a bad time. Everyone shoot the pikemen. You can run. Come on, guys. I know we're dwarves, but it doesn't mean we don't run. Hey, no, 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 no. No, 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 no. Yeah, there we go. The AI was intelligent enough to run away. Oh, we killed the general. And speaking of which, and sending people to hell. Alright, that's going to cause probably a mass rout in a minute, as long as I get some decent charges in. Oh, they've changed their mind. The dwarves scared them away. Oh no, no, we have decided to go for it. We just weren't sure. They were just a bit like, nah, how about we don't attack them? Ah, but they're about to be fucked from behind. Right, so they're down 100. Chuck in the thingy of the dwarves. Out you go. Right, and move in on the pikemen. Right. All of the archers attack the housecarls. And we can both move on them. And I will expect them to rout fairly soon. Down to 32 only. Probably more than a little bit worried about the fact that their faction leader is dead. Or, sorry, their commander. Are they sure they want to keep fighting this? I can't say it's particularly, like, so far it's not been very conducive to their health. Right, are they running? Come on. Seriously? They're gonna rout. Wow, that was just sad.
Our men are winning the battle. If we continue like this, we will smash the enemy.
And I think that's everyone. Out of ammo now. Or at least... let's get everyone sorted out. Right, in you go. In. I think we've just taken... Yep. So we lost 98, and they lost over 900. So nearly 10 for 1. Mainly our Broadbeam Marksman Dwarven Travellers doing very well. Dwarven Travellers up to Silver Chevron. It's not bad. And I think we will call it an episode there. So I'm going to exterminate the populace. And I'm going to end the turn there.
Aye, sire. Onward. Aye. Aye, sire. March.
Why are they so unhappy? Come on, guys, what you got to be unhappy about? If I build you a place where you can get drunk, are you going to be happy? That's what makes most people happy.
Glory to the king. I will only address you in fact.
Right, and I think, as I say, that we will call it an episode there. In the next episode, we will begin to knock on the door of Angmar because we're already at Govardrine. So if we take that next turn and then move on to Angzul, we'll have bottlenecked them quite nicely and hamstringed their development, which we've already done, to be honest. So, you know, in the next turn we should cause some major problems to them. So thank you very much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next episode, although there will probably be an episode of the Dorwinian campaign before there's another episode of this campaign. So thank you very much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Thanks again. Bye-bye.